Welcome in. Happy Thursday. How are y'all doing today? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Y'all, we just got some breaking news. Diddy is his lawyers are trying to say that CNN destroyed the original video. Now, I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. How do y'all feel about this? Do y'all think that's true? Or do y'all think that's just something that they're trying to, another thing that Diddy's lawyers are trying to do before the court case? I don't know. But we going to get into it, y'all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As I said, happy Thursday. Smash the like button as y'all come in the building. How are y'all doing, beautiful people out there? Hey, Michael Miller, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in the building. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Huh? Hold on, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Welcome in. Hey, Art of War, how are you? Welcome in the building. I had a quick phone call, y'all. I'm sorry. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? Y'all, it is going down. What's going on? What is going on? The Diddy streets is hot and popping, you guys. I don't believe not for one moment that CNN destroyed it. I don't know. This is what they're saying. I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny. Michael, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you so much. Michael Miller sending the Cash App. And y'all can support me also by just smashing the like button as y'all come in the building. Hey, my baby, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. My baby says, sorry for the interruption, pure survival. It's all right, baby. It's all right. Phyllis says, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, Phyllis. And everybody in the building. Come in the building. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's getting crazy out here. So we know that Diddy's lawyers are trying to pull a okie doke prior to the court hearing. Because y'all know he go to court tomorrow. Y'all, we going to be live, and reporting. Ready to see what's going to go on with the superseding indictment tomorrow. Because Diddy's going to be front and center. Y'all, is he going to be looking like he maybe lost a lot of weight, looking like Santa Claus, gray in the face, lost a lot of weight, looking like he might be hungry? I don't know. I'm just saying, hair all gray. Looking malnutrition. Maybe we need to get him some, what was that stuff called? He was doing the hydration. Maybe he needs a hydration after we see him tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just saying, y'all. Welcome in the building. Welcome in the building. My baby says you can't unsee the video no matter what. Exactly. There's no way that you can unsee the video. And plus, on top of that, maybe people who they select on the jury, we don't know, of course, who it's going to be, but some people don't even pay attention to TV. You guys, some people don't watch no videos. They don't watch news or anything that is on the jury that probably didn't see the video. So he's trying to, I know before they were saying they were trying to get the video to where they wouldn't bring it like as evidence, but there's no way. Now they're saying that CNN destroyed the original video. That is not even the case. We're not even believing that. But if you guys, believe it, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? But not for one moment. Not for one moment do I believe that this tape was destroyed by CNN. I don't think it was destroyed. I think what it is Diddy and them don't want the tape to be played. That's just for me. I'm just saying. But it says Diddy's lawyers claim CNN destroyed the original video of the assault of Cassie. So y'all, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So it says the original video. Let me move my camera, you guys. I'm sorry. The original video of Sean Diddy Combs. Let me see. Hold on just a second, you guys. Of doing the craziness of the deviant of Cassie, right? So it says The original video of Sean Diddy Combs beating his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a Los Angeles hotel was destroyed by CNN, according to the hip hop mogul's attorneys. I don't believe it. Anyway, in an evidence letter filed Thursday in the Manhattan federal court, which is today, his defense team claims CNN purchased the surveillance video from the Intercontinental Hotel, edited into clips seen by millions worldwide, and then destroyed the original copy. Hold up, swole up. Let me say this, right? Let me say this. I thought the Intercontinental Hotel was closed a long time ago. Do y'all, does anybody in the building know? I believe the Intercontinental Hotel been closed for a long time. So how would they even be able? See, that's what I'm saying. Diddy's lawyer, y'all, he is special, right? We know his elevator don't go all the way to the top. But let me look it up because I don't want to be giving no misinformation, right? I don't want to give no misinformation. So let me go over here and check and see if the International Hotel in that they stayed in, if it's still open, because from what I can recall, it was closed a long time ago. It was, hey, D-Dot, welcome in. The International Hotel was closed a long time ago. But let me clarify, because I don't want to give no misinformation. I don't want to be giving no misinformation. Let's go and see. Let's see the International Hotel. Oh, wait. Intercontinental Hotel in LA, I believe it was. Let me see. Let me check real quick. We got to do a fact check real quick. Okay. I know this was in, let me see, International Continental Hotel in Los Angeles, I believe. Let's see, Los Angeles. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Okay, it looks like it may be open, but I thought they said that it was closed. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back on track. So the Intercontinental Hotel is the hotel that they are saying that sold. I'm sorry, hold on. It says, in an evidence letter filed on Thursday in Manhattan federal court, his defense team claims CNN purchased the surveillance video from the Intercontinental Hotel, edited it into clips seen by millions worldwide, and that original was destroyed. But I think that, let me see. Yes, Martin. They said that it was closed. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, hey, Shamaya, how are you? Jurgens, welcome in. So, y'all tell me. Okay, that's what I'm saying with Diddy's lawyer, right? This is what I'm saying. The Intercontinental Hotel, I believe they said that it been closed for a long time. And Martin said the same thing. He did. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys heard that the Intercontinental hotel where this took place is closed. Did you guys hear that? Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Because what I'm understanding, long time ago when all this stuff first happened, they saying that the Intercontinental was closed. So okay, Martin Elkins, yes, put a 1 in there. Yeah. So okay, so let's continue. It says assault on Ventura is not part of the federal case against Combs, but prosecutors were seeking to include the video as evidence to argue Combs has violent tendencies. Does he not, y'all? He has violent tendencies. Y'all smash the like button. Let's get those likes up, you guys. So it says, however, they likely face an uphill battle because the video published by CNN has clearly been edited. I don't believe that. I'm not going for that because, like I said, the Intercontinental, oh, yes. Oh, okay. Yes. Hold up. Yes. And it says that. Let's continue. It says the Intercontinental Hotel has since been closed. So there we go. Yes, you're absolutely right, Martin. It's been closed down. And the footage acquired by CNN was the only known copy according to Combs' lawyers. This Combs lawyer, Mr. Agnifilio, y'all know he is his elevator don't go all the way to the top. He's like, fell off the dump truck or something. I don't know what's wrong with him. This hotel has been closed. Does he not remember that the feds raided Diddy's house and gathered all of these videos? Hey, Lord, how are you? Welcome. Ava, welcome. Does he not know that? Does Mr. Agnifilio not recall when Diddy's house got raided? Was that video a part of the evidence that they gathered at the raid? I mean, y'all tell me. I mean, does that, y'all, I'm telling you. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Welcome. Do they not, does he not realize that, y'all? I mean, tell me. I may be wrong, but the Intercontinental has been closed down. And this claim right here, this claim to fame that Diddy's lawyer is trying to do the day before his court case should be thrown out and irrelevant. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Right? It should be thrown out. The Intercontinental was closed. It's been closed down, right? I believe, I may be wrong, I believe that they got these tapes because remember when he bought the tapes from the hotel, and when he went and he probably stashed it at his house. He stashed those tapes at his house, and when the feds came to pay him a nice visit last year, those tapes were probably in the group of tapes of the mini that he already had. So when they popped in the tape, when the feds were going through all the evidence and all these tapes, bam, that's where they seen that video, right? I believe so. I mean, I may be wrong. I'm just saying, right? So let's continue. So it says CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage, uploaded that footage into a free editing software, altered the video, and then destroyed the original footage, even though the outlet knew about the repeatedly reported about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation, his defense attorneys claim. Now, y'all, tell me this. If this hotel was closed, how did CNN go to the hotel? If it was closed, nobody's in there. How did he go in there and buy some footage? How did he buy some surveillance? How did CNN acquire and buy the surveillance footage if the hotel is closed? Now, y'all tell me, does that make any sense to y'all? Put a yes or put a no in the comment box, because it doesn't make no sense to me. That's like going to an empty house and asking them, hey, I seen you guys had some furniture or something, and then no, ain't nothing in there but an empty house. Ain't no furniture up in there. That's just crazy to me, right? That is crazy. The hotel was closed. There's nobody in there. How are they going to get a surveillance? How are they getting surveillance footage? That hotel been closed. Okay, y'all, let's continue. I'm just saying. That's why I said Diddy's lawyer, his elevator don't go all the way to the top, y'all. I don't know. He's missing a couple of screws. The elevator don't go off the top, go all the way up to the top. And I think he fell off the dump truck. Hey, Carol, how are you? Devon, how are you? Welcome in. Y'all, this does not make any sense. That's why I'm saying Diddy's lawyer is not even doing his due diligence. He should have been like, oh, I don't know where that tape came from. Or he should have just not even said nothing. Because we know when he responds to stuff, he don't even give the right answers, right? Just like the baby oil. Oh, well, Costco's has baby oil. Diddy just wanted to go ahead and stock up his house when Costco's doesn't even carry or sell baby oil. I mean, this is the stuff that I'm saying. Diddy is paying this lawyer too much money. He is over here wasting all this money while his lawyer is giving these, just shot out answers. And then he's giving them to the feds. I mean, the feds are looking at him and playing him like a tune like this. Then we're going to play him. We can't wait to go to court tomorrow. We can't wait to go to court on May 5th either. But y'all, let's continue. So it says, CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage. Okay, we read that. CNN published the clip in May 2024. It shows Combs grabbing, kicking, and dragging Ventura in the hotel in 2016. No criminal action came from the video, as a statute of limitations for assault in California is 1 year. However, the video was a turning point in Combs' downfall why he settled a civil sexual assault lawsuit filed by Ventura in November 2023. The video proved that he had not been entirely truthful when he denied all of the wrongdoings. Y'all remember when he was, hey, Tammy, welcome, Tammy. Y'all remember when Diddy was like, I ain't did nothing to her, and I ain't did nothing to her, and da-da-da, and blah, blah, right? And then when they put the video out, y'all, he wanted to go hide like a little church mouse in the corner under the carpet. And then it was like everybody was like really shocked and couldn't believe it, because there was a lot of people saying, no, Diddy's a millionaire. Because I had a friend, like I said, that was like, oh, he's a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. He got a lot of money. Why would he be doing that? And then this came out and everybody was like, OMG. And they changed their mind to thinking like, oh my God. And then when all this stuff started coming out, all these court cases and stuff, everybody was like, whoa, hold up, swole up, wait a minute. Are these jokers doing this to a lot of people? I mean, evidently so, I guess. You know, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But I'm just saying, y'all, I mean, it's looking kind of sketchy that, you know, all these different court cases are coming out, even though some of them are a little fraudulent. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? A little bit fraudulent, but some of them are real, and the real victims are being quiet and silent, I believe, like Cassie. But let's continue. It says by September of last year, he'd been arrested by federal agents in New York on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Earlier in the legal process, Combs' attorneys claimed federal prosecutors had edited the video. So Diddy's lawyer is saying that the federal prosecutors back then had edited the video. Now he's trying to turn it around and say CNN edited the video, right? I think that's what they said, right? CNN edited the video. Yes, destroyed the original video. Okay, and then he's saying that the federal prosecutors edited the video, right? I don't believe that, like I said, by no way, no means. I don't believe it. But y'all, let's continue. It says early in the legal process, Combs' attorneys claimed federal prosecutors had edited the video as part of their argument for the rapper to remain held without bond. But his defense attorney's allegations were not good enough for multiple federal judges who had all ruled Combs must remain behind bars until the trial begins. Jury selection is currently scheduled to begin on May 5th. Y'all, I'm telling you, this situation, I'm telling you, Diddy's lawyer, y'all, I'm telling you, he's gonna sink Diddy all the way to the bottom of the ocean floor. I mean, before we even know it, because he is sitting here saying that what did he say? CNN went. Hold on, let me see it. He said that that the federal. Okay, hold on, real quick. I'm just reading this article. So it says that Los Angeles hotel was destroyed by CNN, according to the mogul. And then it says that the feds, he's saying that the feds altered the tape too. I don't believe that. The federal prosecutors is what he claimed altered let me see the right words, edited the video. How are the federal prosecutors going to edit a video? That's not possible. That is not possible. They are not going to edit a video, but they're going to take in the videos that they see, right? Exactly, Tammy. Tammy says yes. Oh, yes, I can't complain. Oh, D-Dot says no way. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. So it says, according to the evidence letter filed on Thursday, which is today, CNN will be subpoenaed to provide the full video. The network did not publicly respond to the claims that the original copy had been destroyed. So you guys, like I said, there is no way that that anybody could have went to this hotel when it was closed, right? That's what I say, D-Dot. No way, bunch of BS. Yes. How are you going to a location that's closed asking for a surveillance tape? You can't even get in. It's closed. The building was abandoned probably for a long time. There's no way they can go if the Intercontinental was closed, and ain't no telling how close that building had even been. And this happened years ago. How are they going to go over there and ask for this if the building is closed? It does not make sense at all to me. At all. It does not make sense. It doesn't add up. But like I said, as we get closer to the time where Diddy has to go to court, I'm telling you, all this craziness is coming out, right? Right? It's crazy, right? So Tammy says tape or no tape, my eyes can't unsee that. That's what I said too, Tammy. I believe me too. We already see when you see something, no matter what it is, it's kind of like stuck in your mind, something especially that traumatizing, right? I mean, that traumatizing, we see something and it sticks in our head, it sticks in our mind, right? So there's no way that everybody who already seen the tape will be like, oh no, no, that's okay, no, they're gonna be like, no, Diddy was wrong, he was doing this, he was doing horrible things. I can imagine what he did behind closed doors. And even for the jurors, because some people who are will be on the jury, probably they're like probably really older people, don't watch no TV, don't do none of that, right? Don't watch video clips or nothing. So some of the jurors, probably, I'm not gonna say all of them, but maybe one or two of them possibly have not even seen this. So I know before they were saying that they were trying to not show this video in court, but now they're saying that the CNN got the tape, and then that CNN that the feds altered the tape. There's no way that the feds could have altered anything. They don't have time for that. Did Diddy lawyer not know that they already had a whole bunch of evidence to already review? They ain't got time to be editing nothing. They don't even probably wanted to watch all those tapes, because I'm telling you, he had a whole lot of freak off tapes, and I hope they had the gas mask and some gloves and everything else to go ahead and watch and be even in the vicinity of those nasty tapes, because they probably all kind of germs on there, right? I'm telling you, it's crazy. Tammy said Diddy half naked in a robe and Christmas socks was bad enough. Exactly, Tammy, right? Jamil's laughing at Tammy. D-Dot says, right. Michael Walter says, if he were to get out, I hope he ends up like what he did to Biggie and Pac. I know, right? I'm telling you, it's terrible. It is terrible. But y'all, I'm telling you, as we get closer to this court case, well, which is tomorrow, I told y'all crazy stuff is going to come out. Like, how in the world are you going to a closed hotel and getting a surveillance tape? You're accusing me of going to a hotel that has been closed and to get a surveillance. Who's there to get the surveillance tape? I mean, the hotel was probably gutted out. The hotel, it maybe even knocked down. I mean, I don't know, right? It may not even be existing no more. What, they went to the ground, to the dirt, and said, please give me this surveillance tape. Can you please just, pop it out or whatever, the ground? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me at all. There's no way that the feds have any time. They already they already like over their head with time and dealing with this, looking at evidence. They don't got time to be fixing and editing no tape. No, absolutely not. No, they don't. Jamil says, did you hear what TMZ said yet about the video? I'm about to watch that and play that for you guys actually right now. So we're going to get into it. D-Dot says, yeah, pretty much. We're going to watch this video and see what TMZ is saying, because this is crazy, you guys. So let's go ahead, turn and watch this video, because this is a mess right here.
Huge story on the website. An unbelievable story. Remember the Cassie video? This is Diddy beating Cassie in the hallway of the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles back in 2016. Everybody assumed this video was going to be a really important part of the federal case, even though he's not being charged for this. The prosecution wanted to play this video to the jury in the federal case. I do not think that's going to happen, because CNN, according to the defense, altered this video before it aired it and has now destroyed the original.
Like I said, unbelievable. If true, that original copy of that.
I don't believe this. Oh, Phyllis, I am so sorry to hear that. Everybody put the prayer hands in the box for Phyllis. She lost her daughter. Yeah, she lost her daughter. Phyllis, I am so sorry that you lost your daughter. Y'all put the prayer hands out. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Celebrity Scandalous, welcome in, y'all. I don't believe not for one moment this didn't happen, y'all. Let's continue to play.
The video has been destroyed. I can't even get into why it would have been destroyed. But the bottom line for the case, as you say, is if that's true, it's going to be a huge hurdle in the prosecution getting this admitted.
It's not going to get admitted, but let's get into what happened. Now, there is a joint letter that was filed today in federal court by both the prosecution and the defense regarding evidence. Now, this portion of the letter involving the Cassie video, it was the narrative is from the defense.
Right.
So let's get into what the defense is saying.
So here's what they say about the tape. They say CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage, uploaded that footage into a free editing software, altered the video, and then destroyed the original footage, even though it knew about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation.
Okay, that is breathtaking for a couple of reasons. Number one, I mean, obviously, they paid for it and then destroyed it. But between paying for it and destroying it, according to the defense at least, it was altered. They did not air.
There is no way, I'm telling you guys, there is no way that they altered anything. The feds are not going, they don't have time. They barely have time to look at all this other stuff. They just, they're over their head. Who is going to get this tape and go over there and make some edits to it? It does not make sense. Plus the Intercontinental Hotel, like I said, before I even read in the article, I heard it a long time ago that this hotel was closed. So how did they go and buy this videos? I don't understand it. But y'all, let's continue to listen. This is crazy, y'all.
The full version, they said they sped it up. They took things out of sequence.
Right.
And that's, if true, it is shocking.
The speeding up and the editing of it is not shocking.
The out of sequence.
And that it can be shocking depending on what they are alleging they're trying to tell there. But again, I cannot fathom a reason that they would destroy the original. I get that you upload it and you're going to edit, and I agree with you that it seems to me the better thing to do would just air the
raw.
entire thing.
Air the raw. Yeah.
But even if you do edit it, why destroy the original?
So there's
these claims are so bogus to me. There is no way. First of all, you go into a building, the Intercontinental, it's been closed. They said it's been closed. How long it's been closed, I don't know, but there's no way that all of a sudden Diddy's getting caught in 2024 and then CNN is going over there and trying to purchase this video and then give it, the feds got it somehow, and then it's edited. There's no way. Feds don't got time for that. But y'all, let's continue. This don't make no sense in the world.
There's more here, according to this
Right,
letter.
referring to the editing.
And this is where they
the
explain
defense
it.
says the video also includes speeding up the video to make it falsely appear that the actions in the video are taking place faster than they are. As a result, the CNN videos do not fairly and accurately depict the events in question. So, I gotta say, on that part, I understand if you take it out of sequence, that can definitely change some of the narrative. And we don't know all the details as far as what was happening in that hotel room before Cassie walked out.
I think
right?
the intimation, Charles, is this.
And it doesn't matter. We've seen what he is capable of doing. That is like the main, objective of this situation, right? We've seen the video. We know what he's capable of doing. We already know what's going on. Could y'all imagine what's going on behind closed doors? Because if I was on the jury, and just say I didn't see this video. Let me just say I didn't see this video. I'm not even aware of Diddy. I don't know who Diddy is. But they play this video in court, and I see Diddy doing this to Cassie. I would be shocked and devastated too. I would be like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. This man is like a whole maniac, right? So this is what I know they were trying to not get this to be shown in court at one point in time, I believe. Now they're trying to say that it's edited. I don't believe that, not for one moment. But y'all, let's continue.
Think that there was a freak off allegedly going on in their hotel
She
room.
was trying to leave.
Well, that's what you think from the video. It may be that the dispute they were having that caused Diddy to get violent the way he did not necessarily involve the freak off, and that there might be more that would explain other
Because
things.
as it pertains to the federal indictment, that's what really matters.
That's
As
exactly what
horrible
matters.
and horrific as this beating is, it's not what he's on trial for. That is a state matter. And so that's the violence of the beating.
And the
not
statute of limitations is run.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to the video and the allegations about the deletion. I really want to know, and we're going to have to hear from CNN, and they will be called to testify.
By the way, we've reached out to them. We haven't heard yet.
So eventually they'll be called to testify, and in that, they're going to have to talk about what was on that video originally. It could be that the original had, remember, this is hallway surveillance, a static camera in the hallway. So it could very well be that there was 10 minutes or 15 minutes of just static hallway footage beforehand. There's no reason why they deleted the original. That is inexcusable.
What?
Yes, Tammy said allegedly she was trying to rob him. But I'm like, rob him of what? And if she was trying to rob him, why didn't it look like, you know, he was trying to like take whatever? I don't remember seeing no like trying to get back something if she did steal it. I didn't see that in there, but I need to go back and revisit. But if y'all see that, let me know. But I didn't even see that part. I just seen him wanting to like really beat on her. That's what I seen, and then throw the base at her and everything. So to me, I don't need that. I mean, some of these stuff that they are saying is really crazy. It's just a way of him trying to get out of this, right? I do believe so. But at the same time, let me say something. The feds are not, you know, playing, right? The feds they have this package, and I believe it has minors in there. Let me just say that, right? So I believe with all this stuff that he's trying to, like, you know, saying with this tape that, you know, it was CNN bought it, and then saying the feds altered it, and this, that, and the third, is really not even, I mean, it's not even a way to try to, I mean, maybe, of course, he's trying to defend Diddy, right? He's trying to, you know, do his best to throw all these crazy things into the mix or whatever, right? But I do believe, like I said, the feds, they already have probably the way they're going to go in on this case, of course, already set up and ready to go and execute. And Diddy's lawyer, he is in la la land, you guys. I mean, really and truly, he should have been doing this investigation on the Intercontinental Hotel. When did it close? When did this tape allegedly get purchased by CNN? They should have been give me the facts. I don't want this, oh, well, you know, the CNN got it and then the feds altered. Okay, when did CNN allegedly buy it? Okay, when did the Intercontinental close? Because that's a big question that I would have. Sir, Mr. Agnifilio, did you go and check and see when the Intercontinental closed? Because it could have closed back in like 1998 or something. I don't know. But I'm saying he should be trying to find out these key points and key dates and times before he's just saying that CNN, you know, got the tapes, which the building was closed. It was closed. The hotel closed. And then you say now that the feds, you know, altered the tape. No, that's not suitable. That's not good enough for me. I'm sorry. But y'all, let's continue.
My information is that the Intercontinental Hotel, it was in Century City. They closed that down, and it's a new hotel now.
See?
So there's...
See, they're even saying that. I'm telling you, even with that, like I said, that is a huge thing. Because the judge is going to look at Mr. Agnifilio like, sir, the hotel is closed down. Just say the hotel closed down in 1999, just per se, right? If it closed down in 1999 and this happened in like say 1998 or whatever, the hotel is closed. You can't go to the hotel to get this information. And then it was last year, you guys, when this the bust happened at his house. Remember the feds when they did a bust at his house. So and then the Continental Hotel was closed. It's been closed. So how did CNN go and buy this tape from a closed hotel? And how did the feds alter it? I believe, this is just my belief. I may be wrong. I totally believe. Remember when Diddy did this? They said that he paid, I believe, $50 million or $50,000 for the tape. I believe he went and bought the tape. He took the tape. He stashed it with the rest of his tapes. And when they did a bust on his house, that's when that tape came out and was like, hey, this is a Cassie beating tape. I believe so. I may be wrong, but y'all tell me, where do y'all think this tape came from? Because there's no way CNN bought it and the hotel was closed. I'm sorry. Maybe it was floating around Hollywood or something. I don't know, like these other tapes that they say are floating around. I mean, I have no idea. But one thing is for sure, two things is for certain. They are saying that Diddy bought this tape. So he bought this tape and then he went and stashed it in his house. And then I believe, like I said, the feds got a hold of it with a lot of their other stuff that they got when they went to raid his house. But y'all, let's continue. That's just my thought. I mean, y'all tell me y'all's thoughts on how they got this tape. Because I believe they got it when they busted his house. I believe. I don't know.
Nothing that anybody can go
We're not
to.
going back to any server.
No,
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I guess the point I'm making is that, so they have, let's call it 5 minutes of video CNN that they aired. And there's an allegation that they've taken it out of order and they've sped up what we saw on television when CNN played it. I just wonder if CNN still has the original of what they played before they edited it. They clearly have destroyed the original. I just wonder what they still have. If, to your point, Harvey, they have taken that and they have forever altered it so that it can't be recreated and puzzled together, that is a death knell.
Oh, okay, War says, okay, the tape came out before the raid. Okay, so the tape came out before the raid. So somebody did have the tape then. So, okay, so maybe somebody did get it then, maybe. I mean, I don't know. But still, true facts that I believe, there's still that the feds did not alter this tape. The feds don't have time to be altering anything, right? So I mean, let's just be, that doesn't even sound right. If the tape was, the tape was came out before the raids, that still doesn't give like any it doesn't make sense that the feds have the tape, they altered it, and now they're trying to use that. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but y'all let me know.
We should
Potentially the prosecution.
We should explain. I want to get too legal, Jason, but every lawyer learns this in first-year law school. It's called the best evidence rule, that you are looking for the best evidence, which is the unedited version. If there's an edited version, it's inconceivable to me that a judge would allow that in before a jury because it doesn't necessarily represent the actual events, even though you could argue, well, it basically does. Not good enough under the best evidence rule.
I don't know how the judge.
Oh, I think my video cut out for a little bit, you guys. Hold on just a second. Let me kind of wrap this back. Let me wrap it back, you guys.
Story. Remember the Cassie video? This is Diddy beating Cassie in the hallway of the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles back in 2000.
Okay, Bailey. See, that's what I thought. Bailey says, have went up to management and paid to keep it quiet. But I thought he paid for the video and bought the video. Okay, let's continue.
2016. Everybody assumed this video was going to be a really important part of the federal case, even though he's not being charged for this. The prosecution wanted to play this video to the jury in the federal case. I do not think that's going to happen because CNN, according to the defense...
See, it doesn't even look like he's trying to rob her. It looks like he's trying to drag her on the floor, pick up her bag, and trying to, at least it looked like, go back in the room. But let's continue.
Altered this video before it aired it and has now destroyed the original.
Like I said, unbelievable. If true that original copy of that video has been destroyed, I can't even get into why it would have been destroyed. But the bottom line to the case, as you say, is if that's true, it's going to be a huge hurdle in the prosecution getting this admitted.
It's not going to get admitted. But let's get into what happened. Now, there is a joint letter that was filed today in federal court by both the prosecution and the...
And Tammy, you're right. If it is destroyed, Tammy says, well, now that the tape is destroyed, there's no way to prove it was edited. You're right. If the tape is gone, no longer there's no way to prove this. So it's kind of like fighting in a hopeless battle, I guess, per se. There's no reason why they should even be mentioning this. They just have to go off whatever evidence that they have in it. They just have what's there, right? What everybody's been watching. Whether it's edited or not, it doesn't even matter. The fact of the matter of this tape is that Diddy was a monster and he did this to her. It doesn't matter if it was edited or slow motion, fast motion. This was taken out, that was taken out. It doesn't matter about any of that. I know if I was a juror, I wouldn't care if it was edited or whatever, but the edits, it couldn't even edit it to that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they can edit it to make it even look like a good video at all. I don't think. I don't think. But y'all, let's continue.
Defense regarding evidence. Now, this portion of the letter involving the Cassie video, it was the narrative is from the defense.
Right.
So let's get into what the defense is saying.
So here's what they say about the tape. They say CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage, uploaded that footage into a free editing software, altered the video, and then destroyed the original footage, even though it knew about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation.
Okay, that is breath.
Okay, I know that this tape was released from Art of War said the tape was released before the raid on his house, right? Okay, maybe CNN or whoever got this tape, but I want to know when this tape was first released. Was it last year? I believe from what I know, it was released last year, right? So my thing is, maybe did they know something was coming down the pipeline, CNN? If they're accusing CNN, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all, let's continue.
Breathtaking for a couple of reasons. Number one, I mean, obviously they paid for it and then destroyed it. But between paying for it and destroying it, according to the defense at least, it was altered. They did not air the full version. They said they sped it up. They took things out of sequence.
Right.
And that's, if true, it is shocking.
The speeding up and the editing of it is not.
I mean, look at, did y'all see that? I mean, he just hauled off and punched her in her face. I mean, if you guys, y'all, even if this tape was edited, it's so much like, you know, bad stuff in here that every second would have caught something terrible to me. But like I said, if I was one of the jurors and I seen this, I wouldn't even care if it had any kind of edits. Even though they're saying, you know, of course it matters in court. Of course it does. But all I would have to see, even this tape right here, shows how disgusting he was. And this is what they're trying to prove, really, at the end of the day, that he was disgusting. Art of War says the tape came out last year, then Diddy apologized on social media, then the house got raided. Okay, that's exactly what happened. Okay, I remember that. Okay, I remember that exactly how you said. Queen Keish says he is charged with Rex trafficking by force, which he was doing at the hotel that day. Okay, yes, this is what I'm saying. This tape right here, like I said, whether it's edited or not, the video is disgusting. It's horrible, right? And then when he came out and apologized, because I remember that apology, right? He was like, oh, and this, that, and third, and he was really trying, I feel, he was trying to make it about him. And then when the tape came out, no, he was saying that he did it. Didn't he? Wait, hold on. Didn't he say that he wasn't, he didn't do anything or something at first? And then the tape came out, and then the apology came, and then the tape came out, whichever one. But anyway, he was saying that he didn't do anything. And then finding out what he was doing, it was like, whoa, wait a minute now. You said, you know, you didn't do this, and then you come out and apologize. I think that I remember how that, it's been like so much going on, you guys. But anyway, let's continue listening, because this is like really, really crazy. There is no way the feds altered anything.
Sequence.
And that it can be shocking, depending on what they were alleging they're trying to tell there.
Oh, Tammy said if the Rex worker testifies, they might not need the tape. That's true, Tammy. I believe that too. Because if they have eyewitnesses to what happened, they don't need to know tape. They could say, you know, they could take that as being a witness, like an eyewitness or whatever. I don't know what kind of witness that would be called, but that would be somebody who was actually there and, you know, went through that situation whenever they were being, you know, Rex trafficked or working, you know, as a Rex worker. So that's crazy. Celebrity Scandal says, right, apology after the tape came out. Yeah, I remember the apology. And the apology was more about him. And I wasn't, and this, that, and the third. What about Cassie? But we didn't realize, remember? We didn't realize it till after that he couldn't say Cassie's name, remember? So everybody was like, and even me, I was like, this apology, this ain't even no apology. And if it was an apology, the right way, he would have said her name. But then we found out later that he in there, I think in the court case that Cassie filed the lawsuit, I believe they said that he couldn't say her name, or she can't say his name or something like that. So that's why he apologized like that. But did he not waste a lot of people's time? Like, we were listening to that apology, and I'm like, he wasted those couple of minutes of my time and everybody else's time apologizing like that. But we didn't know that that he couldn't say his name. Tammy said he's a liar. Oh, absolutely. A narcissistic liar at that, Tammy. That is crazy. But y'all, let's continue.
But again, I cannot fathom a reason that they would destroy the original. I get that you upload it and you're going to edit, and I agree with you that it seems to me the better thing to do would just air the
raw.
entire thing.
Air the raw. Yeah.
But even if you do edit it, why destroy the original?
So there's more here, according to this
Right,
letter.
referring to the editing.
And this is where they
The
explain
defense says the video also includes speeding up the video to make it falsely appear that the actions in the video are taking place faster than they are. As a result, the CNN videos do not fairly and accurately depict the events in question. So, I gotta say, on that part, I understand if you take it out of sequence, that can definitely change some of the narrative. And we don't know all the details as far as what was happening in that hotel room before Cassie walked out.
I think
right?
the intimation, Charles, is this. I think that there was a freak-off allegedly going on in their
And
hotel
she
room.
was trying to leave.
And yeah, I heard that too, that it was a freak off. She was trying to leave and run away. But I don't know. I mean, the way he was like, doing this to her, I mean, y'all, this is crazy. Like I said, I can imagine if, I can imagine what happened behind closed doors. If he was doing this outside in the hallway in a public area, could y'all imagine what he was doing to Cassie behind closed doors? I mean, this is crazy.
Well, that's what you think from the video. It may be that the dispute they were having that caused Diddy to get violent the way he did not necessarily involve the freak-off, and that there might be more that would explain other
Because
things.
as it pertains to the federal indictment, that's what really matters.
That's
As
exactly what
horrible
matters.
and horrific as this beating is, it's not what he's on trial
I mean, look at that. It looks like he's stomping her out. It looks like does he have both foot? It looks like he's raising one foot, standing on one foot, and he's like stomping her out. Like, I mean, this is crazy. Hey, Cass Marie, Celebrity Scandalous says it was destroyed. Someone was compromised. Probably so. Tammy says, yeah, and knowing Diddy, he was recording inside the room. Yeah, he had a whole setup probably. He probably had a whole setup at that freak off, y'all. But this is crazy. I don't believe this, not one bit. But y'all, let's continue listening.
for. That is a state matter. And so that's the violence of the beating.
And the
not
statute of limitations is run.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to the video and the allegations about the deletion. I really want to know. We're going to have to hear from CNN, and they will be called to testify.
By the way, we've reached out to them. We haven't heard yet.
So eventually they'll be called to testify, and in that, they're going to have to talk about what was on that video originally.
Oh, wait a minute, you guys. Hold on. Because CNN is the one who played it, right? But could it have been somebody else that got a hold of the tape? Could it have been like a hotel, somebody said, could have been like a manager, employee or something that got that tape and maybe gave it to CNN? I mean, I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't know. But I'm wondering because if the hotel was closed, how did they get this? That's my main question. If the hotel was closed, how did they get the tape? That's my big question. And then they're saying the feds altered. It's like, it doesn't, to me, make sense. But y'all, let's continue.
It could be that the original had, remember, this is hallway surveillance, a static camera in the hallway. So it could very well be that there was 10 minutes or 15 minutes of just static hallway footage beforehand. There's no reason why they deleted the original. That is inexcusable.
What my information is that the Intercontinental Hotel, it was in Century City. They closed that down, and it's a new hotel now. So there's nothing that anybody can go
We're not
to.
going back to any server.
No.
Yeah, it's gone.
And see, that's what I'm saying. See, they even saying it. They're saying that the hotel closed. You can't go back and be asking for nothing because the hotel is closed. It's gone. It's no longer available. It's no longer available, y'all. So how in the world did somebody give this to CNN, y'all? I don't know. Did somebody give it to CNN and CNN was the one who put it on? I mean, I don't know. Pearl Glenn says yes. Wow, that was what it could be. Yes. Tammy says that Michael. I bet Ava got some stories to tell. Where is Ava? We're trying to find out where Ava's at too. Absolutely. Austin says that hotel brand still exists. The tape ain't that far away. But the thing is there's no way that they could have went to that hotel. I don't know. Because once maybe they combine the hotels. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but the hotel is closed. There's no way they're going to get that surveillance unless somebody was there at the time, gave it to CNN or did something. Hey, Sincero, how are you? This is, I don't know, y'all. That's what I'm saying. This case is so intertwined, it's a whole roller coaster ride, right? I mean, there's a lot going on. That's why I don't think that this case for any given moment is going to be like, okay, they're starting in, yes, May 5th, but I don't think that this is going to be a case that's starting right away. I think it's going to take a long time. I mean, I don't know. I may be wrong because just all these moving pieces, y'all, this is a lot. Just with this tape, look at the tape. It's like the hotel closed, supposedly CNN got it. The feds altered it. Okay, when did the hotel close? See, nobody is saying that I heard of, and I'll look this up. Nobody is saying when the hotel closed. They're just saying the hotel closed. So I'm trying to figure out when the hotel closed, and then who is the one who gave or got the footage and even gave it to CNN. I don't know, but y'all, let's continue to listen and see what else TMZ is saying.
It's gone.
I guess the point I'm making is that, so they have, let's call it 5 minutes of video CNN that they aired, and there's an allegation that they've taken it out of order and they've sped up what we saw on television when CNN played it. I just wonder if CNN still has the original of what they played before they edited it. They clearly have destroyed the original. I just wonder what they still have. If, to your point, Harvey, they have taken that and they have forever altered it so that it can't be recreated and puzzled together, that is a death knell to tape into potentially the prosecution.
We should explain. I want to get too legal, Jason, but every lawyer learns this in first-year law school. It's called the best evidence rule, that you are looking for the best evidence, which is the unedited version. If there's an edited version, it's inconceivable to me that a judge would allow that in before a jury because it doesn't necessarily represent the actual events, even though you could argue, well, it basically does not good enough under the best evidence rule. You have to have the full, unfiltered, unedited version of it.
And so if the judge knows that there is, and by that point, by the time the trial starts, CNN certainly will have to answer to the judge, if to no one else, if not to the audience, why they would have destroyed this. But if the judge knows that there actually is more video that we're not going to see, you're right. I don't know how the judge would allow that.
It's just really basic law.
See, I don't know, y'all. It's a lot of moving parts here to this situation. That's why I'm saying I don't know how they're even going to start on time with this court case with Diddy, because there is so many moving parts. Because I'm there's so much stuff I didn't forgot about the stuff last year. Like if the tape came out, when did the tape come out? When did his house get raided? I forgot that. Maybe I need to write down on some notes. The house got raided on this day, that day, or whatever. But needless to say, even if the tape, like I said, if it was altered, there's just, to me, it's already, like Tammy, like you said, it's already in your brain. You can't unsee what you saw. And the fact remains that Diddy's a nasty person. At the end of the day, to me, how they got the tape, this, that, really and truly to me, I mean, maybe to other people, maybe that is, important or something they kind of need to, I mean, I kind of want to know too, But for me, at the end of the day, Diddy is a monster. Diddy did this horrible stuff to Cassie, and he is trying to save face. I remember them saying that he was trying to get the evidence of this tape not shown in court, because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of them jurors, y'all, sometimes they be pulling jurors and they're like 100 something years old, right? They can probably barely see, they can probably barely read, or probably barely hear. And if they have a pool of those jurors, then they ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some of them probably will, but then some of them, they're not going to be, they could probably be like, huh? But when they see it, of course, they're going to be like, he was crazy, he was bad, he was disgusting, he did these awful things. But before then, like I said, a lot of people that are older don't watch all of this stuff, so it'll probably be their first time seeing it. But needless to say, I think that it should be presented in court, because like I said, not everybody watches TV, not everybody watches YouTube, CNN, the news, or whatever. Some people don't even got TVs, or they just don't turn them on. They probably read books or whatever they do in their time, right? So I just believe that this video is, I think, very, very important. I think it's very important to the case. But that's just me. Grab Bag Media says it matters if he is to do prison time. Lisa said there's going to be a blood moon tonight. Oh wow. Oh wow. Celebrity Scandalous says, yeah, that tape makes him look bad, so he wants it tossed. Yes, Celebrity, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, I'm thinking on one end of the spectrum. We've already seen the tape, right? We cannot unsee what we've seen. The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, Diddy was wrong. He was a horrible monster. He did these bad things to Cassie, and we can't imagine what he did to her and a lot of other people behind closed doors. But what I really think that's going to happen, you guys, like I said, I think that there was minors involved. This is just me, like I said, because I had an article and I explained that to you guys before, where there was an article and it stated that there was presence of minors. Then the article later on, I went and it was changed. So to me, I feel like there was evidence of minors there. They didn't want people to know. Then when Tony Busby came out and he was like the 800 number, you know, he was doing the press conference saying, call this 800 number if you're a minor victim. So I'm like, so to me, like I said, the tape, it shows that he's a horrible monster. To me, that's the only thing that I would see if I was a juror. The main point, get to the point. I'm like a get to the point person, right? Let's get to the point. Diddy was a monster on that tape, point blank. If it was edited or whatever, there's no way, because every time he's moving, he's like either hitting her, kicking her, or whatever, right? Every 0.50 seconds, right? He's doing something, kicking her, doing all kind of stuff. So even if they did do some type of editing of whatever they say, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the tape looks horrible. I mean, it's horrible at the end of the day. There's no way that you can say this tape was well, it was because they were arguing. Oh, it was because, no, there's no reason why somebody should be treated like this, right? I'm telling you. Carol says, I'm soon to be 71, June 3rd, and couldn't believe what I saw on the tape. No facts. Yes, Carol. See, Carol, she's 71, and she's seen the tape, so she would even say that, basically she couldn't believe what happened and what he did. So there you go. There's going to be a lot of people who are probably up in age, probably even older than Miss Carol, that are probably going to be pulled into the jury. I assume, possibly, we don't know. But, some of them, like I said, don't watch TV, probably never seen the video, right? Because they're going to ask, have you seen the video? Do you know about Diddy? Of course, they're going to ask that when you first go in, being a juror. I've never been on jury duty before, but I just seen it, see how the process works. So it's crazy. Jamil says, points the finger up to Miss Curl. Yes, absolutely. 71, and look, 71 and still here with us. I mean, bless your heart, Miss Curl. Sincero says, if there's proof of minors, nothing else to say. They're minors. their minors jail go straight to, they might as well go straight to jail, don't pass go. Yes, absolutely. Carol says facts. Tammy says Diddy can scramble and scrape all he want. His oily yuck mouth ASS ain't getting out, period. I think so too, Tammy. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I feel the same way. Michael says 2020 to 21, the hotel closed reading things. Oh, okay. Thank you, Michael. Grabag Media says that's why content creators need liability to cover this forever changing narrative. You're right, and this is all alleged. I want to say that, but you're right, Grabag Media, because I want to report on what it is. I want to make sure that I be getting the facts right of what we know so far, because everything it changes like so much left and right. DC says on TV. Tracy says those minors are adults now. Screw the tapes. We have victims. Yes. See, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you all. I'm just saying. I am telling y'all. I believe that there is minors in this situation. And they're being, of course, probably told not to say anything as minors, just like Cassie. We have not heard anything. I truly believe, like I said, I may be wrong, but please do not be, shocked if they say they do have these minor victims and they have not said anything, because I do believe that is what is behind the feds, closed doors in their boat, in the package. That I call it a package, because that's going to be the package that's going to seal Diddy to the ground. Because y'all, come on, let's be for real. I mean, let's look at these other people, like the CEO, the ex Abercrombie and Fitch. He did a lot of bad things too, but he was able to get off and go get, bail bond or whatever, right? But the thing is that I believe when they talk about these minors, and of course the feds is not showing their hand. They're not showing the left hand what the right hand is doing. They're smart. But Diddy's lawyer, Mr. Agnifilio, he wants to tell everything on what he knows. I mean, he even was coming out saying, oh, Cassie was on the tapes, but she was consenting to all that. Yeah, at one point, she definitely was. But that's why I'm telling you guys, that's why the feds, I believe that there was minors' presence. I believe that. People can say, no, I don't believe that. I believe that, because why are you with Justin Bieber? Why are you with Usher? Why did you have them at such a young age and you didn't do nothing to them? As freaky and nasty with the baby oil and all of that, you telling me you ain't did nothing with them boys? And even Usher was in a video, was basically like almost, I forget how the video went, but they were like, who was your first kiss? And it was like, I forget the video. I just seen it not too long ago. But like I said, I believe Diddy did something with Usher. I believe he did something with Justin Bieber. Now, that's just my opinion, because we already know. Hey, loving myself, how are you? We already know and seen the way that Justin Bieber is acting right now. I believe that he is scared. I believe that he is at a loss for words, because it's getting, tomorrow is his superseding indictment court hearing. And then May 5th, I think, from the article, they're going to start that that court case on May 5th for the original court hearing that he has. So that was the first court hearing that was already scheduled, and tomorrow the superseding indictment is a court hearing tomorrow. So like I said, all in all, I believe, and like I said, I may be wrong, I do believe that they have minors in there, allegedly. This is just my opinion, you guys. This is my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion and, entitled to whatever they want. But I do believe that there is minors in this case, but they are keeping it hush-hush because they don't want it to get out, because we know how Mr. Agnifilio was, on YouTube tour, went on TMZ tour, right? And then he's saying all these things out the side of his neck, which does not look good on his behalf as Diddy's lawyer. But we'll see, y'all. We'll see. Maybe there isn't no minors. Maybe there's even worse situations or more worse stuff just that we don't know about that also pinned Diddy to the wall. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying this is how I feel. This is how I feel. I may be wrong, and I'll take the L if I'm wrong. But Diddy is innocent to proven guilty. All of this is, of course, it's alleged. But I mean, we will see. Tomorrow is the superseding indictment court case. What's gonna transpire from there? Because remember, just a few days ago, they put forced labor in there. So I mean, I don't know. Jose Cole says, imagine being with someone who done it with more than 100. I can't even with someone who had. It's crazy. One says that's the ace card for the lawyers. CP Golden says Biggie told how his people get down. No little kids over bridge lyrics. Oh wait, hold on. Throw little kids over bridge lyrics. Huh. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Biggie told how his people get down, throw little kids over bridge. Yeah, see, I don't know, y'all. And y'all know in the lyrics of these these music moguls, a lot of them did tell on themselves, did they not? They were telling on themselves, oh yeah, this and blah, 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 this and blah, blah. Because when now I go and I listen to the lyrics now, because before I was like, oh, da, 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 not even paying attention to what I was seeing. But now I'm starting to relate some of the stuff like, oh my goodness, they are telling on them, right? They are telling on themselves. They've been telling on themselves for over 30 years. Sincero says, too many charges pilled up on Diddy. He should be done. $50 million bond couldn't even get him out. I think they're gonna throw the book at Diddy for life. I think so too. I think so too. Because one thing is for certain, you guys. Two things for sure. The feds, when the feds have you, they have your back against the wall. They're not like, it's like I think a 99% like 99% like what's it called, 99% that they basically gonna get you. You already is out, under their radar. They already got you basically. But they're not going to, what's it called, 99% what is it called, conviction rate. Yes, conviction rate. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Speak Light. Yeah, conviction rate. Tammy says the feds got a grip on Diddy and they not loosening up. Yes, Tammy, yes. And people are not understanding that. Just like when they came to get him, then they not, wasn't he was scheduled. Y'all remember this. He was scheduled to turn himself in. And then the feds, they came around the corner like a thief in the night and scooped him up the day before he was supposed to turn himself in. Remember, he wasn't due to turn himself in until Tuesday. And then they came on Monday night at like 10 o'clock. I remember that. If I don't remember anything else, y'all, I remember that. I remember when the feds came around the corner, y'all. I mean, like a thief in the night. They were like, are you Sean Diddy Combs? Come with us. And they got him. And it was like a smooth transaction. He was with his little entourage and they came to get him. And that's what I'm saying. They don't understand the feds. When the feds are operating like this, they should kind of take heed. But sometimes when you're in a situation and things happen, because he probably was like, oh, I didn't think the feds, I thought they were going to be nice like the state. The state let me slip and slide for all these years. But the feds are not like that. The feds are not like that. You slipped and slided, slid whatever through the state courts, through all these different states. You had all these court cases up and down the 30 years that you've been, a mogul, and you got away with all of it. But this is the first time the feds then got a hold of that donkey donk. And then, hey, King of Be More, welcome in. And then now he's like, oh my goodness, this is different. Look, this is different. Look, the feds was like, welcome in. This is the feds, baby. And Diddy was like, can't take it. He was like, I want to get out. Look, bail 3 times, still denied, right? So I'm telling you, it's crazy. Lisa says, like a thief in the night, snakes. Yes, absolutely. They came like a thief in the night, did they not? I'm telling you. And that's why I'm saying he was supposed to turn himself in on Tuesday, and they came and they apprehended him at his hotel on Monday night. So there's no way that if the feds did that, you have to sit back and think, Well, they came and they got me on Monday night. I'm just chilling, enjoying my last day, my last couple of hours. And, I know I got to turn myself in the morning. So let me just go hang out with the boys. And they came as soon as he came back to the hotel. They got him. They snatched him right on up. So that's what I'm saying. Diddy's lawyer, he's not even paying attention to that little thing. He needs to pay attention. They come, it's crazy. Tabby says slip and slide like Drewski. Yeah, yes, Tabby. That thing was crazy, right, Tabby? That Drewski thing. I mean, y'all, I'm sorry. If that lawsuit is real, I feel sorry for that girl. But Drewski, that slip and slide situation, y'all, I'm telling you, that had me dying laughing. But y'all, if it's real, I feel sorry for her. She probably sustained a lot of pain because Drewski's a big boy. But I don't know. That is even questionable too, right, Tabby? I think so. But yes, Diddy's lawyer, he should have took heed. He should have took heed and seen that the way the feds were moving. And then he gets out and goes on TMZ and was telling people, yeah, Diddy can't wait to get on the stand and tell what happened. The feds were like, they were like, thank you. Writing up some questions, right? They were writing up some questions. They probably got a whole laundry list of questions for Diddy, right? A whole laundry list. Diddy's lawyer was telling these people what he gonna do, and then he's saying crazy stuff out there on these interviews, and I'm like, oh my God! And he's a lawyer? Like, is he sure? Did he pass the bar? Because from what I know, your left hand should know what your right hand is doing. And that's in anything, really. But Diddy's lawyer, he got diarrhea to the mouth. And he's telling everything, right? Somebody needs to put some tape on his mouth. But that's why I believe Mr. What's his name? The other lawyer, the black lawyer. That's why I do believe that lawyer, that Mr. I forget his name. That's why he backed out. For that, for one. And then for two, because I feel like them kids, some lawyers, like I said, they'll take on any kind of case. But when it comes to them kids and it's against their religion, against their beliefs or whatever, and they know, they back up. They like, oh no, I cannot, I cannot represent somebody that has done these awful things to kids. This is just my beliefs. Maybe the next lawyer will help you out, right? I'm just saying. That's where I think was his situation too, because remember he just like, well, I can no longer like represent Diddy, blah blah blah. But I think so. Like I said, I may be wrong. I don't know. King of B More says Diddy is a real one, laughing out loud, because I would be hitting notes like crazy. After all those years, they're trying to give him hitting Marvin Gaye singing notes. I know, right? He better sit on the throne and start singing some notes, because guess what? He ain't got no friends to claim the first. So why not tell on everybody? Ain't nobody coming into my rescue. And y'all jokers and came and ate for 30 years and had a good time. Party, was wearing the white and had y'all's hats on. The girls, coming in their dresses with their white heels. Y'all party with me for 30 years and I can't even call one of y'all. Everybody's phone is like, the number you have called and reached has been disconnected and is no longer in service. Y'all ain't none of his friends came forward. Y'all, we just found what's his name? Stevie J. Stevie J, he's on YouTube too. I think he was on the Art of Dialogue or one of them YouTubers channels, right? We barely found him. So but everybody else there, Diddy's like he's over there calling them, trying to look at the phone over there, and they're trying. I hope Jay-Z answers his phone. Jay-Z, the number you have reached is no longer in service. Please check the number and try your call again. Y'all, everybody, does he not? He ain't got not one friend to claim the first. I thought he had Stevie J, because y'all remember Stevie J was with him during his little last days, right? Yeah, at least in Miami. Remember, they were riding bikes, going to a restaurant. Everything was hunky-dory, cool and everything. And then next thing you know, Stevie J, we like, where's Stevie J at? We had to put Stevie J, we had to put him on the milk carton. And then it was like, oh, okay, he then reappeared. Oh, okay. But y'all, I mean, okay, hold up, swole up. Okay, I'm maybe wrong. Hold on, because remember Kanye, he was trying to do his little shenanigans, talking about he's a Nazi. He was trying to do these shirts for Cassie and for Diddy, these swastika shirts, and acting all kind of crazy, right? And then I think that Kanye West hired Orlando Brown to go and try to put $12.99 on Diddy's books, and then try to be like, well, can I bail him out? And they were like, boy, if you don't get out of here, if you don't get out of the MDC, we might arrest you just for coming to ask that question, right? And then he put like $1,000 on his books or whatever. And I'm like, I thought, hold up, because I thought Kanye was snapping out like a bucket of crabs, talking about Diddy, you can't say what you can want to say because you ain't good at you and Jay-Z and blah. Remember Kanye was snapped out on Diddy? And then remember Orlando Brown had snapped out too? So I'm like, how they becoming his friend all of a sudden? Is it because they're on the tapes and they're trying to save face and they're trying to, kiss Diddy's donkey donk before, trying to save face for them? I mean, I don't know, but what I'm saying is Diddy ain't got no friends to claim the first. And I believe those higher people up here was like, if y'all ever call the MDC, if y'all ever try to go up there and put any money on Diddy's books, if y'all try to be any of his witnesses in any of these cases, we gonna take you down too. Because y'all notice Jay-Z and Diddy, they were BFS for over 30 years, right? I mean, they were BFS for 30 years. And then Mr. What's his name? Spiro came out. He did a whole briefing about this little situation with the 13-year-old. And then he was trying to disassociate Jay-Z and Diddy. Oh no, they're just business partners. And then we look on YouTube and look on YouTube, we look on Google, and all we see is Jay-Z and Diddy and in the party mode. We ain't seen them at no business meeting, at no table, having no conference calls. We ain't seen no laptops going. We ain't seen no data, no analytics or nothing, right? And then next thing you know, Jay-Z, of course, is snapping like a bucket of crabs because he's on a 13-year-old lawsuit. And then he ain't answering no phone. So I guess, Jay-Z basically gave Diddy his divorce papers too, right? I mean, all of Diddy's friends served him up with divorce papers. Because I'm telling you, ain't no friends. He done fed them all the lobsters and steaks for 30 years. And then we can't find none of them friends. Them friends, they is scattered. Even Ellen, she left the country. Oprah Winfrey, I mean, she out of there too, right? I mean, Ashton Kutcher, I mean, y'all, where they at? I mean, I would have been like, y'all little dirty bastards was partying with me. I didn't invited y'all to my house, and y'all can't even put $2 on my books. I would be hiding in fish grease in that cell. I mean, tell me, what y'all been partying with these people for 30 years, and ain't nobody came to your rescue? I mean, what does that tell you? I'm for real. I'm telling you that they were trying to take Diddy down. I believe so, right? I'm telling you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. But I'm telling you, it's crazy. It is crazy. Let me see. Elizabeth says, promise I'll learn how to get cash out. Oh, no worries, Elizabeth. No worries. Okay, D-Dot, welcome back. Welcome back. Cicero says they jumped ship on him. Yes, they did, right? I mean, y'all tell me. Let's be serious. Let's be for real, right? If y'all were in some trouble, right? Like Diddy. If y'all were in trouble, but y'all were having parties, y'all after like 30 years, y'all were hosting parties, y'all were inviting all your friends, all your friends, not even say you weren't even a celebrity. All your friends for 30 years, y'all was partying. I mean, y'all was vacationing on yachts. Y'all were going over there to the beaches. Y'all was eating all the ice cream. Y'all was eating steak and lobsters. All this stuff for 30 years. You would invite them, right? You would invite them like, hey, Shawnee's girl, come on over. Hey, Sheila, come on over, y'all. Come on, Tommy, come on. We having some, come on, Billy Joe, we having a party. We having a barbecue. And then when you get in trouble, you calling your friends like, let me call Billy Joe, let me call Shanice, let me call Sheila, let me see if they're available. And then all you get to do The number you have reached is no longer in service. Please check the number and call again. I'm telling you, it would make you feel some type of way. I know it would. I'm telling you, especially when I've never been to jail before, but I can imagine being locked in a room or in jail, whatever, incarcerated, whatever, and then nobody is coming to your rescue. Right? Nobody's coming to your rescue. So this situation, I'm telling you, it is a whole takedown. It's a whole takedown. I'm telling you, it is a whole takedown, and everybody seems like they're trying to back away, but at the same time, they were trying to make sure that Jay-Z and Diddy and J-Lo, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. We don't even know where she at, y'all. Have y'all checked on y'all friend J-Lo? Have y'all checked on J-Lo? Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, y'all. People in the building, y'all. I mean, I just gave up on J-Lo because she was having nervous breakdown. So I just was like, okay, let her have her nervous breakdown. Maybe she'll be all right one day. Maybe she'll come and face the facts one day, because I believe that situation with Natanya and her getting Natanya getting pow with J-Lo, she still has to come to the forefront, and she has to, answer to some people, right? I'm telling you. Tabby says all them hugs from the back, from the side, and absolutely nothing. I know, right, Tabby? No, look, you hug from the back, from the front, and then you try to call them, and they're like, the number you called is no longer in service. Please check the number dial again. And then you're looking at the phone, or you're looking like, I know I got the right number. I know I did. And then you try to call again, and you get the same thing. Y'all, I'm telling you, I would be over there at the phone. I would be crying. I would be slinging snot. I mean, my cell, they'd be like, did you flood the toilets? No, I'm just sitting here crying, y'all. I ain't got no friends. I done fed these jokers for 30 years, invited them for ice cream. We didn't had marshmallows and s'mores, I mean, we had all kind of stuff, and ain't nobody answered their phone for me, and I don't know what to do. And my mom, Janice, she's over there having a freak off, and she ain't even right in the mind to even answer my calls, but I need help. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is crazy how you ain't got not one friend to claim the first. Not one friend, right? Not one friend to claim the first. I'm just saying. But like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that this tape with Cassie, I'm telling you, even if it was altered, okay, even if it was altered, that does not justify what he's done on there, right? That tape can be altered only so much, right? You can't take no tape and then just alter it 100%. Like, I don't know. I'm not, let me say, I don't believe you would be able to. I'm not no, editing person or whatever, but I could not imagine editing out a tape to where it makes yourself look good, because the whole video was horrible anyway. I mean, every 5 seconds, it was like he was hands up like he was about to hit her, foot up like he was about to kick her, all kind of stuff, right? So the tape, even if it was edited, to me, it was still a bad tape. And just like Tammy said, you can't unsee what you already then saw. A lot of people have seen the tape, right? So, I mean, it is crazy. I don't believe it for one moment. The feds ain't got time to be playing no games with nobody. They don't have time to be playing those games. Let me take this tape and just edit it a little bit so I can, see. No, they don't have time. They don't even probably want to watch the tapes that he had. All them freak off tapes, y'all. They're probably holding their eyes open with toothpicks. They probably like, I don't even want to see another corn tape again. I mean, there was so much evidence that they had to go to, like, through. They didn't even want to watch that, so there's no way. I don't think so. There is no way that this tape, I don't believe, was edited at all. D-Dot says Dwayne and Gab Union be eating all them all types of booty. Ew, D-Dot, are you serious? They are, yeah, but they are nasty. Dwayne and Gabrielle Union, they are a piece of work too. They are a hot mess now, right? A hot mess. Celebrity says they might ask potential jurors if they saw the Diddy tapes. Oh yeah, I've never been to jury duty, and if y'all been to jury duty, put a 1 in the chat. But I've never been to jury duty, right? But I know one thing, ask, because I have gotten jury duty the jury duty little papers or whatever. But anyway, they always ask like, have you like, do you know this person? Do you know this story? Are you aware of Diddy? Are you aware that he was having freak offs? Have you ever been to the freak offs? So and y'all, I'm telling you, if if it was me and I was a juror on that case, I would hold on just a second, y'all. If I was a jury on that case, I would be like, if they ask, are you aware of Diddy? I would be like, oh no, I'm not aware. I'm not aware of Diddy. Have you ever been to his freak off? Oh, definitely not. But I would want to see exactly what evidence they're going to present. But I don't know. Let's see. Jamil says, I never been on jury duty, but I almost went to trial. Jamil, you is a mess, baby. You is a mess. You is a hot mess. Oh Lord. It's a mess. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. D-Dot says, Admiral kick, then you got the clap. Then if that's the case, it's crazy, right? But yeah, I'm telling you, it is so crazy. But I don't think for one moment, you guys, I don't think for one moment that these feds have altered anything. And like I said, when it's getting closer, they're gonna be crazy stuff. Even on May 5th, watch what I tell you guys. There's still gonna be crazy stuff that is coming out even around May 5th. Because tomorrow is a court case, and look at this craziness that we're getting the day before the court case. The day before the court case, we getting stupid stuff like this. The footage has been altered. Boy, go sit down somewhere. Why don't you go and spend time trying to figure out how you're gonna help Diddy get out of this mess that he is never gonna get out of? Then rather than talking about this tapes has been altered. Even if the tapes is altered, they got 50, 11,000 million other tapes that have not been altered, that have been scooped up by the feds, right? So this is just only one tape. So how many other tapes can y'all imagine? Are they going to say all the tapes were altered? All 50, 11 million, 100 tapes that they got from Diddy's raid? Are those going to say that they were altered too? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm saying it's going to be crazy, right? It's going to be crazy. D-Dot says, Paige, haha, I know my family, I know my family says that. Celebrity says, right, they are doing everything to get evidence thrown out. Oh, yes, absolutely. Sincero says, we need the garlic change allowed. Yeah, we need the garlic. We need everything to keep them jokers away, right? But we don't know. Like I said, I truly believe, like I said, I don't know, I may be wrong, but when the feds come, I'm telling you, they're going to have stuff that we probably didn't even think of, right? They're going to be so much stuff, we're going to be like, OMG, that is crazy. I report bots because YT is too lazy to, says Diddy holds someone's pocket, RN. Oh Lord. Paige says that evidence ain't gonna get thrown out. Yeah, I don't think it is either. They're not gonna throw that evidence out. Not for one moment. They're not going to throw any of that evidence out. Them federal judges, they are too smooth and they are too smart to be dealing with Diddy's dumb lawyer who thinks he know everything, that thinks that he is going to really save Diddy, but he's not. Absolutely not. I'm telling you. D-Dot says lemon, lime, and salt helps too. Oh, Lord. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Let me see. Beauty Queen said it's over for Duffy. Remember, it's the feds. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand. Like, Diddy, when he first came in, he was he not doing the most? He was doing the most. He was like, okay, I'm arrested. Okay, now I'm going to go file and see if I can get, get bail or bond, right? And then when he did that, the first bond hearing, denied. The second, denied. The third, denied. No more, Diddy. You're not going nowhere. And his daughter, and his lawyer, he thought that he was going to give him a sweet deal. He like, Diddy, I'm going to give you a sweet deal. But I think Diddy was probably trying to tell him, Mr. Agnifilio, if you don't get me about this MDC, we're going to have some problems. So Diddy, where do you want to go? See, tell the judge that I want to go get an apartment in Brooklyn or in Manhattan, closer, on the mountaintop to Jesus. Go tell him I want. And then he probably goes, well, Your Honor, can we, Diddy, the housing, the atmosphere in the MDC is just so nasty and it's inhumane. Can we get Diddy a apartment in Manhattan, on top of the hill closer to Jesus? And then the judge was like, boy, go sit down. Then he's like, oh, no, let me check. What's the address? Let me go check this out, right? And then the judge came back. He's like, nope, absolutely not. Diddy gonna stay right there at the MDC. And y'all, if y'all don't know, they said there's 2 jails down there. There's the MDC, and then there's a jail, a federal jail somewhere in not too far from that in like New Jersey that is supposed to be a little bit better than the MDC, right? Because they say not even the judges like to send the inmates to the MDC, right? So when I found out about that and they said, Diddy, you ain't going nowhere, you're going back to the MDC, I was like, good for him, because he don't deserve to have no luxury. You already then burnt your luxury card out by doing what you've been doing for the last 30 years, sir. You think that you deserve and earn luxury? Oh, absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. The stuff that we didn't heard, not even what we heard, what we seen, how he was acting. I mean, after that phone call, when he was acting crazy, talking about jumping around, I get what I want. I'm a savage. Oh, Diddy, yes, you are a savage. And they hold all the savages at the MDC right there in New York awaiting their trial too. They hold all the savages. So you earned your way in there. So why are you complaining to your lawyer saying that these, living conditions is like inhumane? You didn't want to be in a mansion in Hollywood Hills and wherever else you was at. So we gonna put you at the MDC. Maybe you'll be get accustomed to the rats and the roaches and stuff. I'm just saying, right? I'm telling you, it's crazy. It is crazy. So I don't know. This video footage, there's no way it was altered. It is crazy. Even how they're saying CNN got the footage when this hotel was closed, but even if they did get the footage, the footage is horrible. I mean, y'all, the footage, it looks really, really horrible. I don't understand how, FMZ channel, I don't understand how Diddy thinks even if this was altered, that this wouldn't be even that bad. Because like I said, every couple of seconds, it looks like he's doing something, right? Like raising his hand, like even the footage, because the footage goes like that. Like you see him like snatching. I mean, that's like a few seconds, right? That footage is still horrible, right? It is. D-Dot said he needs to go to HE double stock hockey sticks. He sure does, with gasoline draws on, right? He was setting everybody else on fire physically and physically and mentally, right? I mean, he was passing out the hot box and doing the most, right? So I don't know. But at the end of the day, y'all, I'm telling you, there's no way that this video footage was altered. I don't think so. I don't think it was altered. It's just another little thing to throw in the fire before his court date tomorrow. So y'all, we gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow at the court hearing, because y'all, I'm gonna be all ears. I'm gonna be in there, I'm gonna be ear hustling and eye hustling until we can get information, because they're going back to the federal court. We're not gonna actually of course probably be able to get any live footage or whatever. I know Law and Crime is really good with having somebody there and being able to connect and tell what's going on or whatever. So we might just have to wait and kind of follow up with them. But I don't know, y'all. We gonna see what's gonna happen, and we are gonna keep you guys informed and in the loop, because there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. Beauty Queen says Janice going down too. Oh yeah, I believe so. I believe she was his co-conspirator to all this, because there's no way that you are over there trying to get a hydration thing and you ain't freaked off. Why are you getting hydrated? What you need to get hydrated for? What you been doing that you need to get hydrated? I believe she was clapping cheeks too, or getting her cheeks clapped. I believe so. I believe she was doing everything under the sun. She was recruiting them girls for Diddy. She was the whole head ringleader and help of the operation besides KK. So I don't think for one moment Janice is going to get off. And even though she's 100 million years old, she's still going to try. I believe she's still going to get some type of legal punishment per se. I believe so. I believe so. I don't think that they're gonna let her free, because y'all remember when Janice was having a conniption fit, she went in the hospital and everybody's like, what happened to Janice? She went in the hospital. Y'all, she was probably having a nervous breakdown, because she would probably have to go in there and tell and be questioned by the feds, and she didn't know exactly how, the feds really work until that time. I believe so, y'all. I think so. That's why we don't see her in the spotlight, because she's probably scared of the feds. Like, she wasn't scared. Maybe her and Diddy weren't scared of the state. But now you dealing with the feds, and y'all, I'm telling you, I only seen Janice just maybe, I know once, twice, even at the court hearings, y'all. I mean, y'all, she probably wants to pack up and move out the states. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Tracy says Janice holding the bag. Oh yeah. Remember also, you guys, Janice and Diddy's boy, the one that looks just like him, remember they were fighting over the money last year, like trying to see who is going to get what or whatever. And I'm like, why are they fighting over this money already? Maybe they knew something, of course, that we don't know, because there's a lot happening behind the scenes. I think so. So I don't know. Beauty Queen says Janice playing sick now. Oh yes. Paige, thank you for being for subbing. Welcome to the lounge. Tammy says KK needs to be dragged out from under the rock by her hair and get in jail too. Tammy, I believe so too. I was just asking Jamil. I said, what do you think? KK, like, where is she at? We ain't heard nothing. I was like, did KK get a deal? Because she was mostly the ringleader. Really, besides Janice, it was Janice and KK were the ringleader of the whole operation, along with Diddy. So we need to find KK. She's still on the milk carton. We put Stevie J on the milk carton, and he reappeared, but we don't know what the status of KK is. So we is going to see. Celebrity Scandalous says she probably going to get life changes with probation. Light charges. I'm sorry, light charges with probation. Probably so. I think there's going to be a lot of people that's, of course, making a deal that is going to be probably getting like probation or something else, maybe a large fine or something. I don't know. Dida says Janice teamed up with Grandma Peaches, shared the same freak. Oh, I know. Dida, wasn't that funny, y'all? Y'all remember Grandma Peaches? Y'all remember Grandma Peaches? Grandma Peaches had came and said that Diddy was doing stuff to her and all kind of stuff, and she was like a whole old head freak off. She was an old head freak off. I was like, Grandma Peaches, if you don't go and sit down over there, because you almost reminded me of Adria English. I'm just saying, y'all. She reminded me like of a old Adria English. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's just how I took it. I was like, yeah, you don't get them Timu wigs out of here and look at a hot mess over here trying to act like Diddy did something to you. Diddy wouldn't even probably bother up with you back then the way you looking now. I mean, Grandma Peaches was off the chain. I'm telling you, Grandma Peaches was off the chain. I was like, I know these victims, they be doing the most, some of them. I'm just saying, right? I am just saying, it is crazy. Tracy says Stevie at Jocelyn house hiding out. I know, right? Because they say he ain't got no money. I don't know how true it is, but he was hanging out with Diddy pretty much until, I guess, Diddy probably got scooped up by the feds. I don't know what's going on with Stevie J. Like I said, he probably is. They say he ain't got no money. He broker than Cooter Brown. I don't know. Dida says Devontae head over heels Grandma Peaches. Poom poom. Devontae, Dida, you was a mess. Yeah, she was saying all kind of crazy stuff. Weren't she, Dida? I was like, I know this grandma is not over. I was like, and she was telling basically that she was the P word. She was saying, I'm going over here. And then she was always calling her supervisor. I got to call him. Why you got to call your supervisor every 5 minutes? That's like a whole pimp, ho, Merry Christmas situation going on, right? I was like, this is crazy. I know nobody that calling their supervisor every 5 minutes, right? I don't know nobody that's calling their supervisor every 5 minutes. Tell them I'm over here. Yeah, I'm at this concert. Yeah, I'm backstage. I'm going to taking Devontae and them to my apartment. I was like, this woman is crazy. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Sincero says Grandma Peaches was wild. Yes, Grandma Peaches was wilding out. She was wilding out. Grandma Peaches was off the chain. And then so I have the nerve to say she was a Diddy victim. I was like, Grandma Peaches, if you don't go sit down somewhere and have a couple of seats, and there's no way you was a victim of nothing. But sitting here and us being a victim of them wigs that you had on, right? D-Dot says the lounge Grandma Peaches should be part of your top 10. I know, right? I told yes. She should be I don't know. She may be number one on the list, or she may be number two, because I don't know who's gonna be number one or two between Grandma Peaches and between what's his name, you guys? The one Drewski or whatever his name is. Those are gonna be the last two on the list. I'm telling you, the top 10 victims list. We gonna have to do one of those. Grandma Peaches is gonna be either one or two, and Drewski's gonna be the other one, because y'all, I don't know nobody that's getting lubricated with baby oil, and then they running and jumping on somebody like a slip and slide. Like I don't know where they do that. I mean, I don't know where they do that at. The Drewski was the first time I ever heard of that. And when he's over there jumping on people, and then he's a big boy, and the girl was little, and her body was, probably broke the spine, the neck, the vertebrae, the ribs. I don't know, but that was crazy, right? I mean, I'm telling you, that was crazy. I mean, I don't know. D-Dot says celebrity scandalous includes the clip-ons. Celebrity scandalous. D-Dot, you was a mess. Y'all is a mess. But y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all. I may go live again later. There's a lot going on with Diddy. But y'all, we going to see tomorrow. We're going to go live. But definitely, I want to, check out some things. So I may go live here in probably about 2 hours or so. I'll definitely try to go back live. But thank you guys for stopping in. Always, like I say, lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.